pretty nervous about the hair. It's kind of weird. I don't know. It looks okay. I think. I don't know. It looks alright. Hey guys, what is up? Frank Samba here with a quick AniChatter review. Episode 1 of Danganronpa, End of Despair. So, I was pretty hyped up to see this because, like, I'm a pretty big fan of Danganronpa. I really like the series. I think it's cool what they do, and then the whole, you know, whodunit crime. The games are amazing. I love those games. The series was pretty cool. It stood up on its own. So, like, in the very beginning of this episode, we see that Naegi, the main character from the first game, has been, like, arrested. He's accused of treason within the organization. And then why that happens is, spoilers, by the way. We're gonna go through full spoilers if you guys haven't seen any of the series. What happened is that at the end of the second game, we found out that all the kids in that island were actually the ultimate despairs, the bad guys. But they went through some rehabilitation, they erased their minds, and now they all thought they were good. And then at the end of the game, they beat Junko or whatever, her little data image shit, and then they're good. And then Naegi decided to keep them alive, instead of, you know, like taking them out, because that's what the organization wanted. Because in their minds, they're still the despair kids, the ultimate despair. But Naegi thought, like, you know, oh, maybe there's still hope. Maybe they're still, like, good people on the inside now that they forgot about their past, or, you know, or, like, now that they know about good hope or whatever. So that's why he chose to save them. And now everybody's about her at him, and they all want to kill him, and they think, oh, you must be part of them since you're trying to save him, which would be a pretty good plot twist, actually. I'd like to see that. So, yeah, so we start off this episode with that. He's being arrested. They give us a quick little background to the Future Foundation, which is made of, like, a group of, like, all these badass people that have their special ability. Like, there's the medicine girl, there's the blacksmith guy, stuff like that. When it starts, like, there's, like, this whole, like, what's that movie called? The Grease scene, I guess I'm gonna go with that. Grease, when the sharks and the jets are about to, like, fight against each other. They're, like, facing each other. And I'm just like, what's going on? And then some guy busts out a sword and starts, like, chopping away. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Because in my mind, like, the whole Danganronpa series was all about, like, being inside, trapped in a building, and having the whole jury expectation, right? And then they released a spin-off about Naegi Seste with the Resident Evil gun or whatever. That was cool. But now, like, they're like, oh, full-on, like, you know, fighting, which is kind of cool. I mean, I'm actually down for that. So we'll see if that plays into the part later on. So yeah, they bring Naegi to the headquarters, and right off the bat, they're like, yo, man, isn't this a bad idea if, like, that we're all together and then someone just, like, bombs or something? And then the head honcho is like, no, don't worry about it, man. This guy built it specifically, and it's meant to withstand a lot. And so, you know, right there, we know that they're gonna be screwed. But we'll get back to that later. So they're arguing. They can't decide what to do with Naegi, and then Mr. Badass comes inside the room with Mr. What's his name, Arima from Tokyo Ghoul. I guess he was done killing ghouls, so he decided to save the world from despair. He walks in the room, and, like, that was the funniest thing ever. He steps on the chair to step on the table, and he's, like, walking in like he's, like, the Terminator or something. I thought that was really funny. And then so he's like, oh, we should have killed him by now, blah 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 blah. So they're deciding that. In the midst of all this discussion, they're trying to find out what to do with him. They arrest him on the spot, and then some guy punches him in the stomach just because he can, because he's the big buff guy that has to show that he's stronger than everybody or something. And then, wouldn't you know it, someone decides to shoot a missile at the building. And then obviously Despair, like, people from Despair, they shoot a missile, I think it was, at the front door, and then it collapses so nobody can get out. And they're like, so I'm telling you, man, right off the bat, oh, sure, this place is safe, don't worry. Yeah, don't trust that guy. Right off the bat, they shoot the missile, someone throws a sleeping gas, and then everybody knocks out. And we wake up in the room, in a new room, with, like, this little arm bangle thingy. And it's black and white, so shit's going down. And then everybody wakes up, and then the TV goes on, and you hear Monokuma's voice. So you're like, oh, it's about to get real right now. And sure enough, Monokuma pops up, and he's like, oh, I've trapped you all in here. I want you to kill each other since you've stopped, our despair plans. So I'm gonna make you guys kill each other just to prove a point. And they're like, no, why would we do that? Or Naegi's like, oh, we're all comrades. We wouldn't kill each other, and blah blah blah, and we're gonna be fine. And he's still kind of traumatized, I think, from the Hope's Peak, because when Monokuma pops up, he's like, he's like, which I would too, because that shit was scary. And now you're gonna have to live through that shit again. So that happens, and they're like, oh, why would we kill each other? And Monokuma's like, oh, I forgot to mention, the game has already started. And then on the chandelier light, which is kind of funny because it's a really dark, nasty room, and there's this really pretty chandelier out of nowhere in the middle of the room. There's a dead body hanging. The dead body actually belongs to Mr. Badass. I think that they're childhood friends, or they're best friends, because they have a scene where they're together, and oh, you can call me Chio when we're alone. He's like, nah, I'm too cool for that. And she seems like a nice person. She talks to Naegi. She's like, oh, he's not a bad guy. He's just really unsure of himself and blah blah blah. She's like the Genki character of the group, and then she was all nice, and now she's dead. So Mr. Badass Arima gets mad, and so I'm assuming he's gonna get rage at Naegi, because everyone, you gotta think about this. Everyone still suspects Naegi, so it's gonna be pretty intense if everyone's gonna try to gang up on him. But he is the ultimate hope, so he's gonna find a way out of this, I assume. I already have my assumptions about who is a traitor, because there's a traitor in there. I forgot to mention that. Everyone keeps on saying, oh, they must have given away our location because nobody knows where this is. There must be a traitor. Obviously we thought it was Naegi, but I mean, honestly, he couldn't have done any of that. He's been he's been locked up the whole time. I already have my suspicions. Again, full spoiler territory, so if you haven't seen the original Danganronpa, or you haven't played the game, pause the video, go beat the crap out of the game. It's really good. Come back here. Ready? Okay. Oh, so in the first game, we saw Junko got killed, by the spikes, but she did it on purpose, because it was actually her other sister or whatever that got killed instead of her. So it's just to prove a point, kind of trick them that she was out of the game for good because she's dead. But turns out she was the mastermind all along, and then she pops out at the end. So I feel I don't think they would. I really don't think, but because my first original thought was before she died, the Genki girl, was that she was the one pulling the strings. She was a traitor. And I was like, oh, it's probably gonna be her. And then they did the whole chandelier thing where now she's dead. I don't think they are gonna do the exact same thing from the first one, where she'll pop up at the end and be like, by the way, I'm the bad guy, and it's gonna hurt Mr. Badass Arima guy in the pride, and he's gonna be like, oh man, maybe I should change my ways. Naegi, you lead the team, So I don't think they'll do that, but I wouldn't doubt it either. She was my first pick. I thought it was gonna be her, but we'll see. Shout out real quick to that really buff, I think he's black or brown, the black dude that has the squeakiest voice ever. It's the same girl that voices Arya and Toradora, or what's her name, Taiga. That voice on this really big black guy. Every time he talks, it's like you know who it is? It's what's his name? It's like Mike Tyson of anime. So yeah, that guy's cool. I like that guy. He has really dumb phrases or sayings that don't make sense because they're all his. He made it all himself. I did it all myself. Okay. So anyways, yes, that is my review of episode 1. I am very excited about this. I really like the Danganronpa stories a lot. I'm hoping they go a weird route. Just to point it out there, I think this first half is going to be 6 episodes long, because it's right after the Despair arc, the Despair Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. It picks up right after that, and then I think the second half, 6 episodes later, is going to be the prequel to the Despair kids. I think that's what's going on. So I'm excited. I really want to look forward to this. I can't wait to see what happens next. I'm gonna keep an eye on it, and hopefully it's good. And I called it. If they do the same thing again, I called it. Yeah, this has been a quick anime review. I've been Frank Senpai. Yeah, I dyed my hair. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this, but I think it's okay. I don't know. Tell me in the comments. Does it look bad? Anyway, go watch Adrian's review of, I think it was One Punch Man. No, stupid. Mob Psycho 1000 episode 1. I think the news went up later, or if not, I'll just put in his top 5 reasons to watch Real Life. And that's what we have today. So yeah, thank you for watching. Ja, matane.